Hi students, in this video we're going to continue with the problems on projection of lines. So in this video we're going to solve the problem on midpoint problem. A straight line AB measuring 80 mm long as its NA in HP and 25 mm in front of VP. Its midpoint M is 25 mm above HP and 40 mm in front of VP. Draw the projection of the line and determine the inclination of the line with HP and VP. So this is the one problem where we are not dealing only with the length and the position of A and B. So you want to have a midpoint also. So both A and B will be varied based on the midpoint. So in the previous problems, what we did is we are initially fixed the A position, then we are gone for the B position. Whereas here M point will be fixed and both A and B will be variables. So it will start with the solution. So I want to take XY line. So I want to specify that X and this will be Y. So I want to specify that one VP and this I want to specify as HP. Now, previously what we did is we have started with the position of A. So here I want to start with the position of M first. So I'll go for offset option. I want to select XY line. So position of M is 25 mm above HP. So I'll go for the distance as 25 mm. So I want 10 to 25 mm. It is above HP. So I want to take in the VP plane. Now I'll go for 40 mm. That is in front of VP. I'm going to take 40. I want to select the line. So it is 40 mm in front of VP. So I want to select the points. So I want to define that one as locus of M dash and this will be locus of M. And the second statement what they given is NA is on HP. So the locus of A dash will be exactly on the locus of A dash will be the XY line itself. So this will be the locus of A dash and locus of A will be 25 mm in front of VP. So again go for offset. I want to select XY line. I'll go for 25 mm. I want to go for the locus of point A. So I'm going to specify this as locus of point A. So once you've done this, the next thing you have to do is you have to fix the point M dash and M. So I want to take the locus M dash and locus M. I want to draw a straight line which connect both the locus and I want to specify that as M dash and M. We know that the straight line we're going to have only two endpoints, but here the rotation is based on the midpoint. So I want to consider another point that is M dash and M. So now from this data you have to identify where exactly you're going to get the projection. So for that the data given is 80 mm long. So that is the one data I want to take. So we know that from the midpoint both the sides will be 40 and 40 and we know in A the position is given, that is A is on HP. So what I want to do is I want to take arc. So I want to go for arc option, select M dash as the center point. I want to take the radius. So 80 mm off is be 40 I want to take. So I want to draw a arc on the XY line because it is the A is exactly on the XY line. I want to take that arc and again from the same point that is M dash I want to draw another arc on the opposite side. So now I'll go for trim option. Trim of the point on the XY line that is on the locus of A. From that particular point where it gets cut, I want to join to M dash. Now I'll go for extend to next and extend the line to the arc. So when you're going to cut the arc, that I want to trim off and that I'm going to draw one more locus at that particular point where it has been cut. That I want to define as locus of point B dash. Now the line it is completely there. So but it has a midpoint exactly at the M dash and both the side is 40 and 40 and A positions since they given I can easily identify the angle and same angle I want to extend off. So now I want to specify the points. So this point I want to take as since it is a true length I want to specify that as A1 dash and this one as B1 dash. Till now in all the problems you are specifying A dash and A directly But here, since both the points will be movable, so I'm going to keep that one as A1 dash and B1 dash. Now I'll go for the top view. Select the top view again, arc by center point. M as the center. I'll take the 40 mm. So now the locus A is here. So I'm going to draw an arc onto the locus A. Similarly, I go for other. Again, I'll take the radius as 40. I want to draw the arc over there. So I've taken the arc. So now I'll go for trim option. Trim off on the locus A. Now from that particular point, I want to join to M. Now I'll go for extend up to extend the line to the locus. So I want to trim off that to get the locus. So I want to take a line on that particular point where it has been cut the arc, and that will be locus of point B. So I want to specify that as locus of point B. So now I'm going to define that points where I got the point. So I want to define this point as A2 and this I want to define as B2. So now, so this has been done. So now from here, we have to continue with the projection by rotating both A dash, that is A1 dash, B1 dash, A2 and B2 onto the locus of M. So now once you got both the true lengths in both front view and the top view, now you have to go for the apparent length. So I'll just zoom that. So now from A2, I have to get the top view of point A2. So that I want to draw onto the locus because I've taken reference as M dash. So I want to take the line onto the locus. Similarly, B2 I want to take onto the M. That is the locus M dash. So I want to specify that as this point as A2 dash and this point as B2 dash. So now I'll just do the difference of color so that it will be easy for you people to understand. So I'm going to change the colors. So once you got that, so from there I'll go for arc by center point. I'll select M dash as the center, A2 dash as the radius. It has to come onto the locus A dash. So it's going to come back reverse. I'm going to extend. Similarly, M dash as the center, B2 dash as the radius. It has to go to the locus B dash. So I want to go upwards onto this. So now I'll go for trim option, trim off extra line, and I want to take the line option from this point. So it has to join to this. So now this line which I had drawn over there, that will be the actual length. So that is the actual view. So that I want to go for the dark line. So that can use the front view of the line. So that I want to define as B dash and this point as A dash. So this is I got in the front view. Now if you want to go for the top view, so what I will do is you can select the arc by center point again. So before that, let me go for line. So now this A1 is there. So that I want to join onto the M, locus M. Similarly, this B1 dash, I want to draw to the locus of M to get the top view. So both the things, I change the color of that. So this both the lines are extended from A1 dash and B1 dash, that I want to term as B1, sorry, A1 and this will be B1. So now to get the A and B, so I have to go for arc. So I want to select arc. I want to take M as the center, A1 as the radius. So locus A is over here, so I have to go for reverse. I'll go for reverse and I want to draw the arc. Similarly, again M as the center, B1 as the radius. It has to go to the locus B. So I'll go for locus B and I want to draw the arc. Go for trim option. Trim off these two extra lines. Now I'll go for line option. I want to join from here to this point, just to pass through the midpoint again. So that you have to take it. So I want to make as the thick line which gives me the top view. So that I want to specify as point A and point B. So now I got both the front view and the top view, but whether it is correct or not, you have to understand. For that, what I will do is I'll go for joining the lines, that is the join the end projectors A dash to A, which is looks straight. So similarly, when I'm going to join from B to B dash, again the line looks very straight. That means the projection what we done is correct. And what our data is given is, they given the true length, it is 80 mm long, and they given this distance 25 mm in front of VP, and locus M they specified 40 mm in front of VP and 25 mm above HP. So now what are the angles I want to get? And I want to take the angles, that is true inclination, that is 39 degree with respect to HP, and with respect to VP it will be 22 degrees. If I take the length, that is true length, sorry, apparent length, I'm going to get as 74.16 in its front view, and the top view I'm going to get as 62.45. So this is quite different from the regular problems. So where the representation will be given from, sorry, the reference will be given from the midpoint. Similarly, they can change the midpoint. Instead of giving the midpoint, they can split this line into two parts, that is 2 is to 1 or 3 is to 1, like this. They can give any particular point. From that particular point, again you have to do the same steps. So both the points will be rotated by taking the reference point in between the lines. So next class we'll see the problems on the point on the line.